What's going on, everybody? This is PH Darian. I want to thank you all for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. That was an accomplishment. It definitely could have happened a lot sooner, but I took a little break. I had to, so I didn't lose my marbles, and slowly started making more content. Now I'm currently deployed out here in Italy, so there's only so much content I can give you while I'm out here deployed unless it's specific to the helicopter. Now, I haven't flown in a while, so now that I'm flying again, I can give you some stuff like that from a different perspective of the Naval Special Operations type. More the only air asset the Navy has for special operations, stuff like that. Now, we're definitely not the tip of the spear of nothing.
Nope.
But we do something else. And it also with a heavy heart. So while I'm in a celebratory mind state of heading 1,000 subscribers, at the very same time, I'm actually very, very sad. As you can see by the thumbnail, I'm honoring Devin Chandler. So he was a wide receiver at UVA who has just recently lost his life in this senseless shooting. And I feel not like I'm qualified to speak on it more than any other talking head you see on YouTube, but the difference between them and me is I actually know Devin Chandler. And the irony about it is the very last time I saw Devin Chandler, we were shooting.
All right, and then you can just keep it down range. And then I think there's two more. The way you looked.
Very, very respectable young man. When I met him, he shook my hand, called me sir. I thought I looked young. Apparently not.
Nope.
And, you know, I think he was 19, 20 at the time. And I was just like, wow, this kid has manners that were instilled in him from a young man. And very, very intelligent, very smart, very just kind-hearted person. And every single time we see somebody, we pass judgment, good or bad. You could judge somebody and say they're pretty, they're ugly, they're tall, they're short, they look dumb. You know what I mean? Why does he have an AK? Why does he have an AR-15? Blah, beep, bop. Pick one, right? We're judging people. And I had no judges. I had no biases because I worked with his brother, Quentin. And his brother, Quentin, set the bar up here for the Chandlers. And I can only just expect his brother to meet that bar. And he did. And it's sad, like I said, because some people have asked me, how does it feel? Not like in a demeaning way, but how does it feel that the last time you saw him, you guys were shooting, and unfortunately, that's how he lost his life. And one does not have anything to do with the other. And as a matter of fact, I will go even harder on owning firearms and stuff like that. What happened with him, you can't predict that. You can't prevent all of these scenarios. Apparently, based on the news article, he was getting off of the bus from DC. Apparently they came back from a game. The shooter, who is in custody by the way, shot up I don't know how many people. Apparently I've heard different things. You know, people from campus were saying they heard 3 shots and then screaming, then they heard 3 more shots. So I don't know if there was a total of 6 shots. I know unfortunately 3 of these men lost their lives. 2 were injured. And it's sad, right? Because a lot of these mass shootings, we call them, and school shootings, and just any shooting that makes anything in the public eye, they are definitely bad. But when you know the person, like I had Devin Chandler in my own house going over things, seeing me, and he saw my YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, if I'm not even mistaken, Devin Chandler is subscribed to this channel. He is one of my 1,000 subscribers, and it's unfortunately he is not even here any longer with us at such a young age too. And I don't know how to feel about it all outside of, you know, I'm probably gonna have to do something for him in honorary purposes. You know, I worked with his brother, still do, currently not worked, I still work with his brother. He does the same job I do. I met him and you know, we definitely had some fun together. Now, I don't have any biological brothers. I have a lot of good friends, best friends that I would consider brothers, but Devin and his brother Quentin are both people that I could look up as little brothers and younger brothers. As a matter of fact, I had recently just texted my buddy, who it's his brother, unfortunately, that passed, and I was like, hey man, just letting you know what I said. Didn't want to hit you up too soon, and hopefully this isn't, but I'm very sad to hear the news regarding Devin. I was very impressed by him when I first met him and really enjoyed going to the range with you two. He had an impact on me even though I didn't know him that well. If you need anything or anyone to talk to, I'm available. Sorry again, brother. And he responded and said, Dur, I appreciate that so much. I'm so glad you reached out, man. My mom was actually asking about people from 28. 28 is our squadron. I am in Helicopter Sea Combat Squadron 28 or 28. So that is the squadron I'm in. So his mom was asking about his coworkers, if we had even said anything, reached out possibly. And I was so overwhelmed by the situation, I almost forgot about that day. So this is my friend telling me that he was so overwhelmed to know what happened. At first, we knew that my friend was gone because we had heard his brother got into a car accident. Still tragic, still a tragedy. Didn't know the outcome of it until I saw on Facebook just a picture with a GoFundMe. And I was like, oh my God, don't tell me he lost his life in a car accident. And then I read how it said he was actually killed in crossfire. Now, right now, everything is still under investigation. People like to make their first thoughts. I don't know if this, I mean, it was malicious, obviously, but I don't know if Devin and the other two people who lost their lives were targeted individually or they were just in the wrong place at that wrong time. And I do know that as of right now, the shooter is in custody. He was a prior team member for 3 years on the team, but never played a single game. So I don't know if he has any sort of vitriol built up and all this hate. I don't know if he's jealous. I have no clue. I could sit here and guess which way until I turn blue in the face. I have no clue, and neither do you, and neither does anybody else unless they actually have hard facts, some underlying issue. But my buddy said that he was so overwhelmed he forgot about that day. I brought him to your house and we went to the range. I told her about you and how you impressed the hell out of me and Devin. We made plans to go to Freedom, which is Freedom Outdoors, again around Thanksgiving, which is just in a couple weeks. We both look up to you, and I can't thank you enough for the impression you had on my brother and for having my back since the first day I checked in at 28. So that definitely hits me a little bit different. I don't know the impact I have on people. I never do until something tragic happens. And so my next 1,000 subscribers, if I can even attain such a small goal, but yet a large goal. It's such a large goal. Even getting 1,000 was a large goal. I remember the motivation it took for me to even start content to start the first 1,000. So now the next 1,000 is going to have Devin in mind. If you do want to understand more, I would just look up the details. The UVA shooting that happened this past Sunday night or Monday, one of the two. But either way, so like I said, it is with a heavy heart for me to say some breaking news, even though, like I said, my channel has a lot to do with firearms and everything like that, and this is how you shoot fast and this is how you do that, and it's very, very unfortunate that in that same breath, a friend of my friend's brother, who is also a friend, lost his life to gun violence. So I'm still going to talk about the same topics. I'm still going to do me. I still want to thank everybody for 1,000 subscribers, including Devin. He's one of those 1,000 subscribers. So either way, subscribe if you want to see more content. I'm going to be doing something here in the next couple days about some search and rescue stuff, different helmets that we utilize in the search and rescue community for the Navy. There are 4. We have 3 on location where I'm at currently here in Sicily, Italy. If you guys want to hear and see how we have them set up for different usages, we'll go ahead and do that as well. This is PH Darian. Once again, thanks for 1,000 subs, and I'm out. Peace.